I'm sorry, your time. Celebrate it all. Build an emergency fund to cover 3 to 6 months of expenses. This financial literacy tip was brought to you by the Bank of Jamaica, and the time by the Bank of Jamaica is 1 o'clock. And you know what happens here on Saturdays at 1 o'clock? It is Sports Talk with Kathya Davis. Today's episode of Sports Talk is pre-recorded, so you can listen into that as Kathya is at the stadium. I know, doing some work for Gibson Relays, which is happening today. And just before we start Sports Talk, I want to express my condolences from myself and the love team to the family of former coach, schoolboy, senior, and national player. Was a national coach as well, Jeffrey Maxwell, who passed away this morning after a time of illness. So we want to express our condolences to his family. But it's time for Sports Talk here on the family station, Love 101 FM. Sports Talk, let's take it away.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Sports Talk right here on the family station, Love 101 FM. Today is February 22, and I'm so excited to be with you again in this capacity. My name is Kathya Davis, and I'll be your host. Yes, I'm the host. We do the show every Saturday between the hours of 1 to 2 p.m. right here on the family station, Love 101 FM. I also want to welcome those who have joined us on Facebook and on YouTube at Love 101 FM Jamaica. And have you not yet downloaded the Love 101 FM app? Well, you can in the App Store or the Google Play Store. So if you haven't downloaded the Love 101 FM app, you can go ahead and do so. All right, now you know where to get it. And of course, on the app, you can listen to the different shows like a podcast. So now you have all the information. You have no excuse. All right, so coming up in the show today, we are going to be talking or highlighting women's football by two sides. Well, quite a few sides, because we have our women's under 20. They're currently in the CONCACAF qualifiers. So we'll talk about their results in their games so far. We're also going to be talking to the chairperson, Mrs. Christina Hudson, and she is from the PWFJL. So listen more for that interview coming up. And also we'll be hearing from Coach Hubert Busby from the press conference that happened earlier this week with the announcement of the Jamaica versus Peru match. That first of two games actually comes up tomorrow. So Jamaica, they will play Peru tomorrow, and they will also play Peru on Wednesday. So, you know, the squad announcement was given out. So we look forward to hearing that. Other than that, it's always such a great show that I have lined up for you. We always have lots and lots to talk about. And you already know this from, you know, you're talking about track and field. Today is actually Gibson Relays. And of course, right now, Gibson Relays is in full swing. And as when it is that we get to Gibson Relays in the track and field season, you know, it's two things. You know that the junior track and field is getting to its peak point, which for us, in terms of our high school athletes, their peak point is Boys and Girls Championships. That's coming up at the end of March. But also they look forward to the Carifta Games, which comes up 2 weeks after that. So yeah, and then of course Gibson Relays also gives a pointer as to really this, I would say, the start, even though the senior some of the seniors have made their debut so far, but the Gibson Relay is really we see some of the seniors running 400 meters, or rather 4x4s. and 4x2s. So it will be very interesting. And of course, going into the World Indoor Championships as well, persons trying to run times that will qualify them to get them on that team. So this is why the Gibson Relays is always, always such an important meet. As usual, we have to be talking about what's happening in the English Premier League, as well as what is happening in the Jamaica Premier League. Because can I tell you people, since we last spoke last week, Saturday, since we last, met each other, right? So many things have been going on, right? Right? Montego Bay United, right. So it's gonna be such a fun packed, and of course as well in track and field we are hearing about the government through the Ministry of Entertainment and Sport Culture, that entire ministry, the plans to relay the track or get the track relayed before the Boys and Girls Championships. Now be reminded that today is Gibson Relays, and then so they will have approximately 3 weeks, 4 weeks ish to relay the track for Boys and Girls Championships. Is it the right decision to relay the track at this time? How will this affect? I mean, Grand Slam is a week after Boys and Girls Championships. So, I mean, so many thoughts have been swirling around. And Western Stadium is well in need of renovations completely. I mean, just an overhauling of what has been there. I mean, we've had that since 1948, 1962-ish, and we've not really done much renovation. The cycle track is still there, and I've been hearing since I was a child that, they want to take out the cycle track to increase the seating capacity. Yet to see it happen. But throughout my years, we've had red track, which is what I grew up on, and then we changed it to blue. I believe somewhere about 2011, there are talks that the track could be green. That should be very interesting. If some people had their way like myself, obviously, the track would be purple. But, Paris had a purple track. Do you get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Right. But so much to talk about. And of course, stick and say, because this is going to be an interesting show. And of course, as usual, without further ado, we'll start off by what is happening. And we look back at the results of that happened over the weekend in the English Premier League. So so we'll go to that. So on Saturday, I gave you the results from Saturday. So now I'm going to give you the results from Sunday's games in the English Premier League, starting with the games that were played on Sunday. Would have been Liverpool versus Wolves. Liverpool would have won that game 2-1. And then Tottenham would have defeated Manchester United. And then in the week, we had a game that Liverpool, I believe, they did have in hand. Well, they drew 2-2 with Aston Villa. So quite interesting. I mean, Liverpool would have dropped 2 points there. As I said, I don't think it's detrimental at this point because the in terms of the fat lady singing with Liverpool winning the championship, she's now developed the first verse. And I love how you guys have been following me, and following in terms of what I'm creating for this. So she's developed the first verse and the chorus. The second verse and the bridge are yet to come. But can Arsenal make a solid move for winning the title? I am not sure. Will Liverpool buck their toe? Well, they would have to more than buck the toe at this point. At this point, they will have to literally break a leg. Literally. They'll have to literally break a leg. Liverpool leads the standings, and this is going into round number Let me tell you exactly where we are. So this is going into round number, all right. I think it's round number 26. Yes, so Liverpool, they lead the top of the standings with 61 points. Arsenal second with 53 points. Nottingham Forest with 47 points. They're in third. Manchester City, they've come back into fourth on 44 points with Bournemouth, and Chelsea fifth and sixth with 43 points respectively. Of course, Bournemouth having a better goal difference than Chelsea. And then down at the bottom of the table, we have Southampton in with 9 points. They're in 20th place. Fat Lady, Song. They will be relegated. Leicester City, they're in 19th on 17 points. Ipswich, they're in 18th on 17 points. And the next team so it's really still a three-way team battle between Wolves, who is in 17th place, Ipswich, who is in 18th place, and Leicester City, who is in 19th place. Wolves right now have the advantage with 19 points, but when it comes on to the business end of championships, and we've seen teams that they just play their heart out to ensure that the team doesn't get relegated. But two teams will be joining Southampton. Who those teams are, we don't know, but it will be a very interesting fight to the finish. Only one can survive from the three. So only one team will survive out of Leicester, Wolves, and Ipswich. So it's going to be an interesting fight to the finish. And of course, we have to talk about the results from the Jamaica Premier League last week, right? So on Sunday, on Thursday. So we have to backtrack a little, right? Because I was about to give you Thursday's results, but then I realized I did not give you Sunday's results. So on Sunday, which was the round of 26, Cavalier defeated Malines United 3-0. Capleton Maroons and Vere played to a 1-1 draw. Racing and Portmore played to a 1-1 draw. And of course, both those teams are from Portmore. Dunby Holding, they defeated Waterhouse 1-0. Arnett Gardens, they defeated Harbourview 1-0. And then later down in the week, continuing in round 26, Mount Pleasant, they defeated Humber Lion 5-0. Montego Bay defeated Tivoli Gardens 3-1. And Dunby Holding and Malines played. Dunby Holding won that game 1-0. All right. And then on Thursday, because remember I told you JPL they now do the midweek games. So Tivoli Gardens, they defeated, with 10 men, defeated Vere 2-1. Humber Lion defeated Waterhouse 2-1. Mount Pleasant defeated 9 men, Chapelton Maroon 1-0. Harbourview defeated Cavalier 1-0. Montego Bay United and Racing played to a 0-0 draw, and Arnett Gardens and Portmore United played to a 0-0 draw. So what are the games coming up? So on Sunday, Chapelton Maroon, they will play Cavalier. Harbourview, they will play Tivoli Gardens. Dunby Holding, they will play Humber Lion. Racing, they will play Malines United. And so those are the games. And on Sunday, still on Sunday, right, Waterhouse will play Cavalier and Portmore will play Tivoli Gardens, and Vere will play Humber Lion. Or no, not quite so. Right. So the games I just told you plus the Waterhouse Cavalier game. No, because Waterhouse. Okay, right. But the games, the four games before, those games will definitely be on in the Jamaica Premier League this week. But let's look at the standings of where the teams are in the Jamaica Premier League, and I'm about to tell you what the standings are as it relates to the Jamaica Premier League now. So coming out of, and this I believe it's after Thursday's games, Mount Pleasant, they're still atop the standings on 61 points, and this is known that this would be at the end of round 25 because all teams would have now completed their 25 games. Right. Mount Pleasant, they lead on 61 points. Arnett Gardens, they're in second on 52 points. Montego Bay United, they're in third on 49 points. Portmore, they're in fourth on 41 points. Same as Cavalier. Oh, sorry, Cavalier in fifth on 41 points. Just Portmore having a better goal difference than Cavalier. Waterhouse, they're in sixth on 34 points. And Tivoli Gardens and Racing, seventh and eighth, 31 points. Dunby Holding, ninth, 29 points. Remember now that all these teams are playing to qualify for the playoffs. How many teams, you might ask, can play in the playoffs? Only 6. So it means between, I would say, Portmore, Cavalier, Waterhouse, Tivoli, Racing, Dunby Holding has an outside shot. Those teams will definitely be playing their hearts out to ensure that they qualify for the playoffs. And of course, quickly before we go to the break, on the chopping block currently, Humber Lion, they're in 14th place on 18 points, and they're in 13th place on 19 points. We're going to go for a quick break on Sports Talk. We're going to finish up some JPL talk, and then we're going to talk about what's happening in the CONCACAF Women's Under-20 qualifiers. We'll be right back.
Will that be cash or card? Card. You have a supermarket card from Flow too?
Yes. It's just like Flow paying for my groceries.
Sign up for Yard and Road for only $6,300 plus GCT. And you too can get a $10,000 supermarket card. Get Yard and Road, the plan that pays you back. Conditions apply.
Rock 101 invites you to listen for a live broadcast of the Jamaica Baptist Union's 175th General Assembly, Sunday, February 23, 10 a.m. to 12 noon, from the Montego Bay Convention Center. The theme, Keeping Faith with the Word in an Ever-Changing World, Pursuing Integrity. The speaker will be Reverend Dwight Fraser, President of the Jamaica Baptist Union. That's a live broadcast from the 175th General Assembly of the Jamaica Baptist Union, Sunday, February 23 at 10 a.m. right here on the family station, Love 101.
For the best in Sunday morning gospel, nothing beats listening to Sunday Praise on Love 101 FM with me, your host, Durval Gray. You will hear today's favorites, yesterday's classics, and pretty much anything else in between. And there's plenty more besides the music, including Living Well, your Sunday morning health and wellness feature, plus opportunity for you to share your thoughts and send your dedications to family and friends. So get your day and indeed your week off to a great start. Tune in to your family station, Love 101 FM, this and every Sunday morning at 6 for Sunday Praise.
Get ready for an inspiring time inside Love in the Morning with me, your host, Jakal Dye. It's Monday, February 24. Listen throughout the show for tips on how to become the best version of who you are in the future Becoming You. Grab your cup of coffee and start the day right with the Morning Coffee Pick Me Up devotional at 6 a.m. Cruise with Love on your radio at 7 a.m. inside Drive Time Jammings with great music to lift your day. At 8:30 a.m. inside The Healthy Way, we discuss egg freezing. And at 9:30, we bring you something more, brought to you by the Faith Cathedral Deliverance Center. So stick and stay with us this Pick Me Up Monday inside Love in the Morning, 5 to 10 a.m. on the family station. Love 101.
Welcome back to Sports Talk right here on the family station, Love 101 FM. All right, so we were talking about the Jamaica Premier League and the games and all of that. So that's done and dusted. Let's talk about what's going on with Montego Bay United. Let's zoom in a little bit more on Montego Bay United because a lot has happened. Now, last week we would have reported that Rodolfo Zapata would have officially, and himself and Montego Bay United would have mutually decided that he's gonna go. Cool. So everybody was like, who's gonna be the new coach of Montego Bay United? Well, wait no more, because shortly after Montego Bay's 3-1 thrashing of Tivoli Gardens, yes, it was announced that Paul Tiga-Davis, who is no stranger to the helm of coaching at Montego Bay, returns to Montego Bay as their head coach, and this was announced on their Instagram page. Then, shortly after, maybe 2 seconds later, Montego Bay also announced that current coach at Glenmuir High School, Andrew Peart, will be their new technical director. Now, if this is not big moves by Montego Bay United, I don't know what is. Rehiring Paul Tiga-Davis, getting Andrew Peart to be technical director, bold, big moves, and this shows me that anything else that Montego Bay United will be making their run to win the title this year. At this point in the season, to hire Paul Tiga-Davis as coach and Andrew Peart as technical director, it only means that this club is looking to bring home that silverware. And we will see how this will play out for them, right? We will see how this will play out for them. But yeah, so we wish Montego Bay United all the best, and we look forward to the work of Coach Paul and Coach Andrew Peart. All right, so on to some more football news, but from the girls' standpoint. So our under-20 girls, they are currently playing in the CONCACAF under-20 championships, or qualifiers rather. And of course, their first game was on Thursday, where they thrashed St. Vincent and the Grenadines by 7 goals to love. So let's talk about a little about who the goal scorers was and how good of a result this is for the girls to start their campaign on. Because we speak about men's football a lot, but we know that we don't in Jamaica highlight women's football like we should. And the truth is that I'm hoping that in this coming season that will change drastically, because our women are just as talented, and some of them even more talented than the men. I'm not afraid to say it. So we saw goals from Alicia Stevenson in the 15th minute, Avery Johnson in the 25th minute, Maya in the 29th minute, McPherson in the 42nd minute, and Andreen Smith in the 44th minute. And Alison Stevens, she actually scored a hat-trick because she also scored in the 48th minute and the 60th minute. Of course, the team, they have 2 more games left in this round, which I'm about to tell you. They do have 2 more games left in this round. So we want to continue wishing success for these Jamaicans under 20. They'll play St. Kitts and Nevis, and also they will play Nicaragua, which I think will be the strongest opponent that they will face in this round. So kudos to the under 20 team who have started their campaign with the CONCACAF under 20 qualifiers on a winning note, 7-0. And of course, bigging up Miss Stevenson, who was able to get a hat trick. Yeah, man, getting a hat trick. Alicia Stevenson, who got a hat trick. Yeah, and of course, as I said, later in the show, we will be talking to the chairperson from the PWFJL, as well as we'll be listening into the press conference from the Jamaica team the senior women's team, who will be playing Peru tomorrow and on Wednesday. So you want to stay tuned for that. That will come on the back end or other side of this break. So the two will come on the other side of this break. All right. So let's jump quickly into some track and field. I was speaking about this earlier. There has been go ahead for the stadium track to be relayed, and we're hoping that everything goes well. Also, we saw where in track and field, Tianali Terilong, sources say that she is now with Coach Shaniki Osborne, and she will be signing with Adidas. For those who don't know, Tianali Terilong is the standout athlete from Edwin Allen. From all reports, we were told that she is no longer attending school at Edwin Allen. She was pulled from school at Edwin Allen. I believe she picked up an injury late last year, which would have been just at the beginning of the track and field season. And that injury is set to keep her out for at least 3 to 4 months, which is pretty much the entire junior season in Jamaica. And so the decision was made for her to go pro, I suspect. And so she's with Coach Shaniki Osborne. I'm not mad at that decision, I must say. I do hope, though, I mean, Tianali Terilong is a very good talent, and I'm really hoping that her injuries will be looked after in the right way. And I'm really hoping that, she will get the proper care, she will get enough recovery, and that she would not be forced or pushed into trying to get well too fast, if you know what I'm saying, right? I'm hoping that these coaches take their time and manage her injuries properly and ensure that she gets all the help and all the masseuse and everything, physiotherapy that she needs, so that this talent can be preserved. I think as a country, we're getting better at the preservation of our junior athletes, but there's still some question marks here and there as it relates to championships and chasing championships. So we will see. And as I said, today's also Gibson McCook Relays that's well on the way. And today we'll really see who is who and, all the hopscotching game that has been played so far during the season. I mean, yes, they'll play some, but I'm just saying, this is the business end, that all the dust, all the cobwebs, are swept out. It's a clean room now. We'll see who is who and who be looking to make the push towards boys and girls championships. So we're definitely looking forward to bringing you the highlights from the Gibson McCook Relays. And of course, who was dominant and who was not. And of course, to see some of our senior athletes as they made their debut for the season. Right. And also for the track and field lovers, you'll be happy to know that it has been reported that Kishane Thompson will be at the World Indoor Championship in Nanjing, China. So definitely looking forward to seeing Kishane in China. And of course, or other athletes, we're looking forward to seeing their performance there. Right. So there's also talks in terms of there's talks in terms of there's talks of the NBA All-Star Weekend, and I know there has been a lot of talks as to say, is this format of the All-Star, does it make sense? If you don't know, Steph Curry was named the MVP of the finals, but they had it in like a different format. There were 4 teams, and then the teams played each other in a knockout, and then those 2 teams would have played each other in the finals, which would have made it's the format to me. looked like an unfinished thought. Can I say that? Yes, it looked like an unfinished thought because yeah, I don't know if we got the same sort of excitement or entertainment. I mean, the big stars or the older stars on the league, they were all on one team, and that team ended up being the dominant team and winning. So, and of course, it was held in Golden State. So, Steph Curry being named the MVP, also people are like, okay, type of thing. So, it was very, 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 very interesting. The dunk contest was won by somebody who plays in the G League. And, I hear people saying, LeBron, Stephen A. Smith was saying, LeBron has made the dunk contest kind of not, fun anymore. Listen, sports can be so unforgiving. We live in a world that sport is so unforgiving. Very unforgiving, very, very unforgiving. But we are now at the business end of the NBA. So when All-Star, when there's All-Star, when the All-Star weekend happens, the teams they have just about 28 games of their 82 games left to play, which means that they would have played just about 3/4 of the season already. And of course, with, we're talking about teams trying to bring playoff spots. And of course, we will be highlighting as when the NBA gets to the serious part, because I'm not saying the games now are not serious. Listen, nobody come for me, please. The games are serious, but we really, really don't pay much attention. Yes, I pay attention to the statistics and all of that leading to the playoffs, but tell me the truth. Tell me the truth, man. Who watches NBA or really taking all the games before playoffs? We're really interested in that part because that part, it has an end. Can you imagine trying to watch 82 games per team for the season? I mean, obviously there would be some crossover, but I'm just saying, when the playoffs start, then things will get more interesting, and then we'll be able to say this series and that series and be able to compare players a little bit more, the matchups that will come in the season. Come on, man. Don't come on now, right? Don't pretend as if what I'm not talking is true, but we're definitely looking forward to the playoffs coming up in the NBA, because I said 28 games really left. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be very interesting and very excited. All of these big trade moves that would have been made, we're gonna see how much it plays a part and how much can these teams, whether they can push for championships, because with no, I mean, let's face the fact, the biggest stars currently are playing in the Western Conference. Right now, Miami may have a one opponent in the Milwaukee Bucks. Not Miami, Boston Celtics. Boston Celtics may have an opponent in the Milwaukee Bucks or maybe Miami Heat. But come on. It's the West is going to be more entertaining. We have to face the reality. It is what it is. It is what it is. Don't fight me, okay? Don't come for me. Thank you. But yes, the West is where I think the bigger matchups are. I'm not saying that the East doesn't have it, but everybody seems to be playing in the West right now. So that's what it is. All right. So, we're going to go for another break on the show. But as I said, you will listen to two interviews, one from the chairperson of the PWFJL, Mrs. Christina Hudson, and we will also hear the press conference, the Jamaica senior team, who are now in Peru, will be playing Peru tomorrow and on Wednesday. All right, we'll go for another break right here on Sports Talk on the Family Station.
Jamaica and its workforce are advancing quickly. Life-changing opportunities are arising. You need training and support. We are the Renewed Heart NSTA Trust, committed to providing new and emerging skills training and opportunities. Come to Heart, will help you claim your place in the workforce of the future.
It's another time to move inside Alive. This Make Me Move Monday, February 24, with me, the creative Jesus guy, Darren Mitchell. Get the cerebral workout with the brain testing menticide at 1:45. Get those mental muscles moving. Hungry for divine intervention at 2 o'clock. Break your fast with Prayer Blast. At 2:15 p.m. inside Body Talk, we discuss what your cravings might be telling you about your health. Is your body trying to fill its nutrient gaps? Then at 3:15 p.m., recharge your faith with a word from God. Stick and stay for more fun coming your way as Antidash wraps things up inside Alive with the Small People Show. All this and more will come alive inside Alive 1 to 5 February 24. This Make Me Move Monday, where all is well with me, the creative Jesus guy, Darren Mitchell. Only on the family station, Love 101.
Sunday was made for reggae. Love.
February is Reggae Month, and Love 101 is joining the Jamaica Reggae Industry Association, JAREA, with the celebration of sweet Jamaican gospel music on Sundays. All music Jamaican. Yup, folks, it's Reggae Sundays for the month of February as we celebrate our Jamaican gospel artists. Salute them, the man. Come clap your hands to the various sounds of Jamaican gospel music. It's Reggae Sundays, all music Jamaican, every Sunday in the month of February. Reggae Sundays is on the family station, Love 101. To Caribbean Airlines.
Caribbean Airlines is giving away prizes you love. Strike up your vibes and your vocals to get ready to call in and sing the Caribbean Airlines jingle for your chance to win airline tickets. Tune in Monday, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. during Love in the Morning. Wednesday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. during Morning Express. Thursday and Friday, 1 to 2 p.m. during Alive. Call us and give us the access phrase, home is where the heart is. Welcome home with Caribbean Airlines and give us your best version of the Caribbean Airlines new jingle. Home is where the heart is, and you can win a flight from Caribbean Airlines. Visit Caribbean Airlines YouTube channel to listen and learn the jingle. Welcome home.
Home is where the heart is.
Welcome back to Sports Talk right here on the family station, Love 101 FM. Of course, as I said before, today will be a very interesting show. And I know 2 weeks ago, we had some girl power on the show. And definitely, as promised, today we do have an exciting conversation to have. This is something new for Jamaica and for women's football. And I'm so excited, literally excited to welcome on the show Christina Hudson. And she is the chairperson. Let me see if I can get this right now. So she is the chairperson. This is new, you know. So all along I've been saying what belongs to the CEO as it relates to the men, right? But I have to get used to this one. So she's the chairperson of the Professional Women's
Jamaica Limited.
Jamaica. See there. Hi, Christina. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me on today. It's a pleasure to be here and get to speak about football today.
Yeah, and thank you so much for making the time to be here. All right, so I know a lot of persons might ask, Christina, who? But so before we get into the football aspect, I know that outside of football or being a football mom, you hold a kind of big position. You are tell me, what's your, go ahead.
No, yeah, I don't actually know what I'm doing here either, but I'm going to do my best. I am an executive at the Stewart's Automotive Group and general manager of Automotive Art Jamaica. And I also run the Stewart's Automotive Group Foundation, which is the Richard and Diana Stewart Foundation and the Kind Hearts Foundation. So I have a pretty large background in the corporate world, but this is my first step really into professional football.
Yeah, that is, but as it gets to, as it relates to Professional Women's Jamaica Limited, I think what we've seen so far, especially on the men's side, that it's, corporate Jamaica branding itself with football. So it's nothing new. And of course we welcome it, right? We welcome it. And I'm so excited to see how you will operate in this role and how much of the corporate world business strategies you will bring to football to kind of marry them together. So all right. So you took on this role as the Professional Women's Jamaica Limited chairperson.
Yes.
Why did you take it on?
I guess as I had already kind of said, I work for the foundation from our group of companies, and I'm very, very passionate about Jamaica, about Jamaicans, about seeing, where we can make impactful changes. And when this opportunity came to me, one, I do actually love football. I love sports. I have a young son. He's turning 9 next week who plays football. And of course, it's his dream to represent us with the Reggae Boys one day. So I really saw an opportunity where we can make some changes and have real impactful change in a lot of people's lives. So, really it was from that perspective that we can try to help as many people as possible and make transformational, generational change with what we're trying to do here.
All right, great. So so now you're a football mom. Now you are the chairperson of the Jamaica Women's Jamaica Women's, yeah. I'll get it. I promise you, I'll get it before the end of the interview. Professional Women's Football Jamaica Limited. You see? All right. PWFJL. We're just gonna work with that.
There you go.
That's gonna work for me. All right, great. So in terms of because the season kicks off on March 1st.
Yep.
All right, and we have 11 teams.
Yep.
How will the PWFJL be supporting these teams throughout the season?
Okay, so the PWFJL, really, we are now in charge of marketing and commercialization and professionalization of the league. So that means that we are basically tasked with going to corporate Jamaica, going to the public, and getting as many sponsors as possible so that we're able to put on a very professional product, and also see how we can help with the development of the league and the players who are involved. So again, we basically just started this entire project in January. So it hasn't even been 2 full months, but we have been able to secure, very meaningful sponsorships here. And through these sponsorships, we are able to give the clubs a lot of value to try and minimize the costs associated with being a part of the league while also taking us to the next level. So, for example, we have Hummel Jamaica, who has come on board as our official kit and equipment sponsor. So, whereas previous years, the teams would have had to go out and get their own balls, their own jerseys, everything. This year, we have come on in a big way where every single team is going to get 25 away kits, 25 home kits, 10 training balls, 5 match balls, 25 pairs of shin guards. I can't even remember everything, but just every team without even blinking is going to be getting that. We also have Wisinko on board, who are supporting us through their water brand and Powerade, also True Shake. So we're going to be giving rehydration supplies to the club. So again, another thing checked off the list of what they have to get for themselves. So these are ways that we're trying to help the clubs minimize their costs, being up, and also ensuring that there is a level of professionalism that we're bringing. In addition to that, we have, in our pipeline, some workshops that we're going to be doing that will help the individual player development. So what does that look like? We are thinking of doing things like media training, because, a lot of these people would never really have even thought about how do you handle questions from the media? How do you present yourself if you, get a TV interview? So we're going to be doing some media training. We're also going to be doing financial literacy training. So, when you have the opportunity to make it big, maybe, you get this big deal one day.
Yeah.
How do you not blow it all in one place? How do you plan for the future? And so these are things that we want to bring to our players that may never have been exposed to this level of thinking, to how do you better yourself? How do you present the most professional version of yourself, so that not only, are you giving a good product to the spectators, but you also make yourself marketable to the overseas market. There's a lot of opportunities for college scholarships, university scholarships, overseas professional leagues as well. If they see you as a player, that is marketable, you're much more likely to get that opportunity. So not only are we looking at the development of the league itself, but we're looking at individual player development. And the last thing I will say, because I think I'm talking a lot, is that...
No, that's fine. It's your interview and we want to hear.
We're also looking at club development. So the infrastructure of our clubs to ensure that, they are able to operate at an international standard. So we have already met with CONCACAF and discussed with them, please let us know what are your offerings, how can we get access to these things. And they do offer, outside of things like coaches training, which we're also, we've done some female coaching training already, but they offer things like training for administrators and managers and corporate governance. So we are really trying to look at this holistically and from a well-rounded perspective. How can we improve every aspect of women's football in Jamaica?
All right. And all of these plans sound quite fantastic. And I'm really, really looking forward to the support of the PWFJL as it goes along. I mean, it's the first year, and, while I'm sure there will be bumps and hiccups along the way, I'm sure that we can look the women's football getting this type of support from an organization like this. It only means that the women's football will go up. And if we are to go from anything, I mean, for those who were not able to be at the launch of this season, right? I was there, and let me tell you, if from the launch, if the season needs to go anything like what happened at the launch, we are in for a great season. But Christina, how can the corporate Jamaica or the rest of Jamaica support or help the PWFJL in advancing women's football in the country?
So really, the best way for us to bring on new sponsors is to prove to our sponsors that this is a product that has value and that the Jamaican public are interested in women's football. So I would really encourage everyone to please go out to the games. We kick off on March 1st. Follow us on Instagram. We're JA Women's Premier League. We're also going to have a YouTube page where we'll be live streaming games. So, just please show us much interest, follow us, like us, subscribe to our pages, and hopefully next year it will be a much easier sell to the sponsors. We have to thank the sponsors that came on board, especially like a KFC. They came on board without even blinking. There's Sherwin-Williams, who have supported the league for many years before they were anything at all. So we are really, really grateful for the sponsors that have come on board already. And we just are looking forward to next season, when I'm sure we have proven what women's football in Jamaica is capable of, that we'll get even more sponsors.
All right. And for you, Christina, as a mom of a footballer, what are you looking forward to generally to this season? I mean, other than being the chairperson for the PWFJL, Outside of that, what are you looking forward to? What women's football will bring this season?
You know, I am just really excited to kick off. I'm excited to see the out of town clubs come and play because I don't think there's that much visibility around the sport. So I'm just really most excited to start going to some games, see the talent that we have out there, and feel the vibes from the crowds. I really hope that, we get all of our listeners to come and view our games. But yeah, I'm excited to see the level of talent that Jamaica has because it hasn't been seen before. They've been keeping it quiet, but it's definitely there. We definitely have a strong group of, really powerful female players.
Okay, and I'm gonna put you on the spot now because a chairperson must exist with a team. So I'm giving you the opportunity to highlight your team now, the persons who are working with you at the PWFJL.
Okay, so we have Crystal Walters, who is actually the general manager, and she comes with a host of football experience because she manages the senior Reggae Girls already. So, I don't need to have any football knowledge because I have Crystal there backing me up. In terms of our marketing and commercialization committee, we have Carleen Edwards, another very powerful woman with a lot of football knowledge. We have two independent directors that work with me on the board, which is Ali Matalan and Stacy Smith. Stacy is a corporate attorney who makes sure that I'm not signing any bad contracts. And Ali is professionalized in corporate social responsibility. So, the workshops and ensuring that we're always doing the right thing socially. So this is a strong team of women who are looking to improve the lives of more women. And, I couldn't ask for anything else.
Fantastic. Sounds like if I know and I know quite the number of persons who sit with you, and from the work, your work in terms of at Automotive Art and all these corporate women coming into football and crossing over. I know, I don't want to say, everything you guys touch will become gold, but I know that you guys have the work ethic that will bring football in terms of women's football to the next level that I really do it needs to get to. So Christina, I just want to wish you all the best and the PWFJL all the best for this season, and of course here on Sports Talk, because as a female I can tell you guys that football will have a place in my show. Absolutely. All the time, looking to highlight the different players and the different coaches. I'm looking to highlight them throughout the season, and of course, as much as I can be coming to the game. So definitely looking forward to this season.
Thank you so much. We're excited for the support, and there's only great things to come from here. So thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, Christina. Thank you so much for stopping by. We really, really, truly appreciate it.
Bye.
All right, bye. That was Mrs. Christina Hudson. She is the chairperson of the PWFJL. You see, I told her I was gonna get it right by the end of the interview. Stick and stay with us right here on Sports Talk. We'll be right back.
International presents Breaking Life 2025, Saturday, March 1 at the Maple New Testament Church, 57 Manchester Avenue, Maple, Clarendon, featuring Reverend Gotti Gotti, Orville Sutherland, Sloan G, Sadra Madonna Lindsay, Leanie's Heritage, and many others. MC Nadine Blair from Love 101, DJ Cheney on the turntable. Admission only $2,000 pre-sold, $3,000 at the gate. Children only $1,000. Tickets at Morris Fish and Jerk, Clarendon Park, Tate's Pharmacy, Main Street, Maple, and Gibson's Petroleum, Manchester Avenue. Sponsored by Mick Wade, Gold Line Pharmacy, Resolve, Glory Cars, Morris Fish and Jerk, Archie Funeral Services, Garden Gold, The Justice Suit.
Team Coach Hubert Busby. Coach, good morning. Hope you're doing well.
Good morning, Simon. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us on this beautiful Monday here. I hope everyone is doing well. Just want to take this opportunity before we get into the squad announcements to acknowledge the efforts of our U17 boys over the weekend. Unfortunately, not the result that we would have wanted for them, but hopefully there were some learnings to take from that and they can kind of move forward them as well as the coaches as we look forward to the next cycle in a year's time. I would also like to take this opportunity to wish our U20 girls who are going on their first round of World Cup qualifiers this week in Nicaragua, wishing Coach Letman and his staff, as well as the players, not only good luck, but a safe journey as well. All right, so obviously just want to acknowledge those two teams before we get into it. As I said, we wanted to have opportunity to speak about these upcoming friendlies. We're really pleased to have secured these two matches against another quality opposition in Peru. It gives us an opportunity to play a team very similar to some of the teams that we may encounter in CONCACAF during the World Cup qualifiers. Another opportunity for us to continue to cement our playing model and principles, and for us to continue to build on the positive results we had from the last camp. So we're looking forward to doing that, and looking forward to integrating some players back into the group who've been away, especially with them being away with schools and different commitments. So excited to have those players to see how they make the step up again. And then really, for us, it's just been about a continuum of, from a staff of us evaluating these players the last, close to 2 months now since we've had the group in Montego Bay, evaluating our pool of over 60 players, and seeing where they are, monitoring them, making sure they're they know as well that we're monitoring their progress to the best of their abilities and supporting them where we can. And yeah, just looking forward to these games coming up. As far as the bigger picture, I think what's been good is there continues to be some vertical alignment between myself and the senior men's staff in terms of things that we're looking to do, things we're looking to implement from programming standpoint. It's also been really positive to be able to assist where I can and have discussions in terms of that sort of vertical alignment with our U17s and U20 coaches as well, because it's obviously we're building a program which is vitally important, especially on the women's side where players, at 17 and 16, as we found out, can kind of matriculate to the system relatively early. So making sure that we're monitoring those players and providing support there as needed is very important. And then, yeah, we just continue to progress with, these matches, at the back of our mind that these windows are shortening. From now until we get to the World Cup, rather qualifiers in the fall. So we're making sure that each and every window is being utilized, so obviously we're grateful for that as we continue to have that in mind come the fall. So yeah, Simon, when you're ready, we can feel free. We can release the squad. All right. Can everyone see that? Yeah.
We can go.
So yeah, just wanted to go through. So for the keepers for this squad, we've got Becky Spencer coming in. Aaliyah Morgan we've brought in, and Leah Brooks. Sydney Smiter was supposed to come in. She's in the process of making signing. She was a free agent, so she's in the process of signing for a new club, and is looking to utilize this time to do the requisite paperwork and physicals to get all that sorted. So hopefully something's announced this week. So we're happy for her and excuse her from that. We're happy to bring Aaliyah in. She hasn't been in since the Gold Cup qualifiers a couple of years ago. So we'll see how she's progressed from the keeper standpoint. And Leah Brooks, who was at Washington State University, who made her debut in the 2 games last window, has now transferred to the University of North Carolina. So we're looking forward to seeing how she progresses as well. For the defenders, Allison Swaby is back in. Allison, as most of you know, has just transferred from AC Milan to Crystal Palace. Has played 2 games so far, so it's good to see she's getting some regular minutes there. Chantel Swaby comes in. Nair Cardoza, who was in the last camp. Siobhan Wilson is back in. Jasmine Ferguson from LSU is a debutante. She'll be making her first appearance with the national team this window. We welcome back Cameron Simmons, again, another one of the university players who was unable to come in during the university season. And obviously, glad to have her back in the squad. Naima Engleton is from the University of West Virginia. She will be another debutante coming in to the national team for the first time as well. For midfielders, we bring back Atlanta. And Jerry Butts comes in again. We have not seen her since the 2023 Gold Cup qualifiers. Amelia Van Zetten, also known as Mimi, great to have her back in the squad from Florida State University, as you guys know. Drew Spence, Jade Bailey, and Sade Ademolukum comes back in as well. And to round out the team, we've got Tiffany Cameron, Kayla McKenna, Chanel Buckley, Jordy Brown, Rihanna Blades, who comes back in from her time with us in France, and Rickshaw Walker, who was also part of the 2023 Gold Cup campaign. So we'll get a chance to look at some of these younger players again. I'm really excited to have them in the group, and obviously looking to see how they progress and see how they can continue to progress in the program. All right, so this time now I'll open up to any questions you may have.
Yep, thank you very much, Coach. Much appreciated. So you'll be the first person that raised their hand. Okay, Matthew McAnuff-Jones, good morning. Go ahead.
Good morning. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Good morning, Coach.
Good morning.
With the announcement of the recommencement of the Jamaica Women's Premier League, how closely will you be evaluating the talent in that league? And what, if any, plans do you have for the local-based talent, rather, in terms of their development?
Well, I think it's twofold. I think in terms of monitoring the players coming through, absolutely. I think that's where the players locally will get a chance.
That's it for Sports Talk on the Family Station. Big ups to Kathya Davis, who's at the National Stadium getting prepared for Gibson Relays. Big ups to Kathya one more time. That's Sports Talk. Catch us same time, same place on the Family Station, Love 101 FM. Yeah, man, that's how it go. That's how the cookie crumbles this week on Sports Talk.
The Love Jockey is on duty every Saturday inside Youth Connection. Don't miss the hype. Don't miss the tunes. Don't miss the excitement with your boy, DJ Rebirth. Saturdays at 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. on the Family Station, Love 101. At 3 p.m., your DJ runs the gospel rhythm. Hot. Tune in at 4 p.m. for a time where we share a word to grow your mind. GYM, grow your mind. Jim, get it? grow your mind. And at 4:30 p.m., we share with you how young people are giving of their time and fulfilling their purpose inside Ministry in Action. We get a taste of poetry and spoken word inside Poetry and Praise. And you get to send us a WhatsApp message and request your favorite gospel song inside Gospel Faves at Vibe. All this and more every Saturday at 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. with your love jock, your boy, DJ Rebirth. It's all here on the family station, Love 101.
Youth Connection, Shuboti and them figure, he provide everything on vibe with our chat. Shuboti and them figure, him alone make we appear when we did chat.
Every Saturday, 7 p.m. to midnight on Love 101. You're invited to travel in time with music at its best. It's the Gospel Music Machine with the Gospel Music Master. From your favorite choir music to Christian contemporary, a touch of reggae and the Caribbean feel.
Gospel Music Machine.
Till I play the tune. Yep, the Gospel Music Master is still playing the tunes down alone. And he's definitely your music master. Saturdays, 7 p.m. to midnight. You won't regret the link. It's on the family station, Love 101.
Love 101 invites you to listen to Leading the Way with Dr. Michael Youssef.
God's blessing of salvation is not only to forgive you all of your sins here and now, but to keep you safe for all of eternity.
Dr. Michael Youssef.
God's blessings for your salvation will keep you protected, and it's going to keep you protected even from your own foolish decisions. He will keep you protected even if you are prone to wander away from Him. Will keep you protected from your ingratitude to His grace and blessing. He will keep you protected from being preoccupied with His blessings and ignoring Him. Even when you're focusing on the wrong things, His security for you is indisputable.
Want to learn more about this subject? Listen to Leading the Way with Dr. Michael Youssef on this station.
That's Leading the Way with Dr. Michael Youssef, Sunday to Thursday at 7:30 to 8 p.m. on the family station, Love 101.
The first and the last, beginning and the ending, my forever Lord, Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ, I love you, I love you, I love you. Hear this one from my heart, Lord, Lord, Lord. Got a love in my heart that's real. So good, so divine, so perfect it takes away fear. So Jesus, you make me wanna do all I can. Your love, it inspires me. It's such an honor to sit at your feet and to love you forevermore. For me, you gave your life, so I'm making my choice. I knew I run it down, can't find nobody who can love me in spite of my. And I'm not ashamed of your name. I'll shout it out to the whole world and say, Jesus, you are the best. My love is endless. Do you believe I still love you? Your love in my heart that's free. So divine, so perfect it takes away fear. Jesus, you make me wanna do all I can. Your love, it inspires me. It's such an honor to sit at your feet until there was only one seat. Doors He opens for me. Why should I put my trust in sinking sand when He provided a place for my feet to stand? I'm head over heels for the one who sings sweet something to the love that I have for my Jesus, yeah. That's what my heart sings. Love you from my heart, God, me I sing. Nobody like you, Jesus, yeah. Got a love in my heart so free and so pure and so deep. So perfect, it takes away fear. Jesus, you make me do all I can. Your love, it inspires me. It's such an honor to sit at your feet and to love you forevermore. Yeah. Divine takes away fear. Jesus, you make me wanna do all I can. Your love, it inspires me. It's such an honor to sit at your feet and to love you forevermore. Forevermore. Say forevermore. I love you forevermore. Yeah. Forever, ever. And I love you, Jesus. Forever, ever. The first and the last, beginning and the ending, my forever love. Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ, I love you. Hear this one from my heart, Lord. Got a love in my heart that's real. So perfect, it takes away fear. Jesus, you make me wanna do all I can. Your love, it inspires me. It's such an honor to sit at your feet and to love you forevermore. For me, you gave your life, so I'm making my choice. I knew I run me down, can't find nobody who can love me in spite of my. And I'm not ashamed of your name. I'll shout it out to the whole world and say, Jesus, you are the best. My love is endless. Do you believe I still love it? Yeah, love in my heart that's free. So perfect, it takes away fear. Jesus, you make me wanna do all I can. Your love, it inspires me. It's such an honor to sit at your feet until there was only one seat. Doors he opens for me. Why should I put my trust in sinking sand when he provided a place for my feet to stand? I'm head over heels for the one who sings sweet something to the love that I have for my Jesus. Yeah, that's what my heart sings. Love you from my heart, God, me I sing. Nobody like you, Jesus, yeah. Got a love in my heart so free and so pure and so perfect, it takes away fear. Jesus, you make me do all I can. Your love, it inspires me. It's such an honor to sit at your feet and to love you forevermore. Yeah. Divine takes away fear. Jesus, you make me wanna do all I can. Your love, it inspires me. It's such an honor to sit at your feet and to love you forevermore. Forevermore. Say forevermore. I love you forevermore. Yeah. Forever, ever. And I love you, Jesus. It's me again. Oh well. I've come to tear down every lie. I know you feel rejected now. You're invisible, feeling like you worst there. This has always been the outside. At this moment, you feel sorry for yourself. You've been trusting in the vanity to give you an identity. Don't believe the lies, it's just another fallacy. Your father is the king and you mean everything to him. One validation counts. One validation counts. Don't be fooled by what is coming out of their mouth. They can say what they want to, but it won't stop you. No. One validator speaks the truth. Seems like everything has passed you by. Every time they shade you're at the end of the line. You don't even feel like trying, 'cause every move you make it seems to always be denied. Now loneliness has been your friend, but I decree and I declare today that you're welcome to this family, and Jesus is your brother, so you want the people through that again. Validation goes, one validation goes, oh yeah. Be fooled by what is coming out of their mouth. Say anything they want to, it won't stop you, no. One validator speaks the truth. Oh, can you hear me say, thank you, Jesus. I thank you, Jesus. You took me from the prison of my insecurities and gave me freedom. Well, now I know I am. I fully understand. I've got a diplomatic passport and it's a citizen of the kingdom. One validation counts. One validation counts. Oh, don't be fooled by what is coming out of their mouths. They can say anything they want to. Oh, yeah. One validator speaks the truth. Somebody else thank you. Really thank you, Jesus. You took me from the prison of my insecurities. You gave me freedom. Well, now I know I am. I fully understand. I've got a diplomatic passport. It's just in the street of the kingdom. One validate. Go, yes. Don't be fooled by everything that they say. Oh, chat them a chat about boy. That won't stop you. No, yeah. One validate that speaks the truth.